Welcome back, everyone. We're going to have ace match here between Voices and Incog. They are currently stuck one apiece with Incog taking down game 1 on Metalopolis. Voices coming back on Blistering Sands, and he's going to be on, what is the name of this? Jungle Basin?
Jungle Basin, that's the one.
So this is for the 2BH Who Wears the Pants tournament. We're at semi-final time. Winner of this will go into the final. And really, it's pretty too close to call at this point.
It is. I mean, the skill levels are so similar. I mean, we've got, as I said before, for those guys that are just tuning in, we've got Voices, who is ranked number 24. He's the blue Terran in the bottom right corner. And then we've got Incog. He's the top left corner, and he's ranked number 80. And I'm talking about rank number 80 and rank number 24 in all of Southeast Asia. So there's, like 60,000 people that these guys are above? So
50,000
really
last time I checked, I think. So, yeah.
50. Yeah, so there you go. So really good to see such close games, and it would be too hard to call. But unstable. I mean, if you did have to choose a player, I mean, who would you be going for? Who would you be rooting for?
I'd have to say Voices has the better macro skills out of the two, just from what I've seen in the last few games. But it's really it's too close to call. It depends. Like Incog has nice timing when he comes back with counter pushes. He has nice timings with his initial pushes. I think he overthinks it. Things are too much though. Like Blistering Sands, he went for the expansion and tried to fake in a Colossi.
Definitely overcomplicated. He tried to go for one tech and then change to another tech, and that just gave Voices the perfect amount of time and a window there to go and attack, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, well, if you do that, usually you swap tech after your second base is up and running, and you feel a bit safe that you can pump a heap of gateway units to stay in it. It was great timing by Voices, but I really think that timing window was given to him by Incog. If he'd had like one or two more Colossi, which he would have had if he didn't go for that tech switch, it would have been a completely different story, because as you saw, it was only really 3 or 4 Marauders at the end.
It was really close, but then Incog tapped out. He called a good game, and that was well played. So what do we got going on here? So it's obviously TVP on Jungle Basin. What have you seen much of this map? Because it's only one of the new addition maps to the 1v1 in the Blizzard ladder. I'm not really familiar with all the beaches.
I haven't seen it recently. No, like I've played on it before, just as like messing around to see what the maps are like. Zerg seemed to like it pretty well, just because they have that safe back natural, like with the rocks at the front there. Yeah,
definitely. It's so easy to protect that natural, and then also there's a second natural expansion that you can break down rocks to get to as well, which is easily defended because it's raised and has a small choke.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's probably going to be a macro-orientated game due to the fact that you've got an easily protected expansion, you've got another expansion that's easily protected, and it would be really easy to and the long rush distance as well. I mean, look at the size of that; it's like a football field.
Yeah, it's definitely long rush distance, but both these guys have shown that they know when to poke in pretty decently. Yeah. So regardless, it should be about the same.
Speaking of poking, we do have Marine here who's using a probe as a bit of target practice. That
was a bit of a misclick by Incog there. Really should have run to the 12 o'clock position to save that probe. I think he just wanted to get a little bit more intel there. So unfortunate for that, but still, really standard play by both players. We do have that 2 Marauders, 2 Marines, and Reaper coming out for Voices again.
I wonder if that probe thought he was a ninja, and then he kind of was like, oh, I've gone to a ninja class before, and I've got training in wushu, and then the Marine's like, hey, you're not a ninja. And then he died. Anyway, so we got the same opening for Voices again. There's 2 racks, tech lab, a couple of Marauders. It's got a bunker at the front. What does that mean, Sable, when you usually bunker at the front?
Bunker at the front's probably just playing safe.
Yeah? I like how Terran was environmentally conscious when they decided to design bunkers, and you can actually recycle them and get back 100% of your minerals.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we got 1 gate into Twilight Council, and then dropping out two gateways after that. So 3 gates to Twilight Council, and getting Blink. So Blink Stalk is coming in here from Incog. This could be very, very effective if he puts as a pylon. He can actually blink to the back of the main here. Just like on Delta Quadrant, you can blink over this crevice, if I'm not mistaken, which is going to be very, very useful for him to come up this back ramp, bypass the bunker altogether. But it really depends on what Voices gets out of his factory. If he starts getting tanks, that could probably be a little bit more frustrating for him to deal with. But yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to go for tanks or if he's going to do what he did last game and he went straight for a starport and he got those two medibacks. I mean, as we've known, Voices really loves the bio ball playstyle. I mean, he's a big fan of using Marines, using Marauders. He even goes to the extremities of using Ghosts and uses them very effectively.
Oh,
And
this is
then
unlucky for incog. Voices running into the main. Running out of his main. Oh, Voices, attack the probes, man. What are you doing? Alright, so he could have gotten at least 3 or 4 probes out of that Reaper.
Did he end up seeing that? The Twilight Council?
Yeah. He did.
He did.
Yeah. Definitely saw the Twilight. He didn't see the 2 gateways behind that, but he definitely saw the Twilight Council.
So he that's kind of good because, I mean for incog that he didn't see those other 2 gates. So he knows that he's not going 2 gate. And you'd think, though, if you only saw 1 gate and a Twilight Council, you're hang on, what's actually going on here? Does he have proxies? And I wonder if Voices is going to react to that.
Yeah, Blink is done, though, and it looks like we got a couple of hits going off from that bunker. Those bunker Marauders, because bunkers do extend that range by 1.
Oh, look here. Can you blink across that ravine?
You should be able to.
Is that Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go. Now, that's a good blink. I mean, he's bypassed the main defense, so he's attacking with all of his units. I'm not sure I agree with using that.
There's Stim. There's the Stim. He's going to drop a lot of these units very quickly and just stamp out any kind of aggression here. So nicely done by Voices. He probably should run out the front. Yeah. He's probably going to catch these Stalkers off guard too.
Those Stalkers could go back and get in there now, using Blink, to get into the mineral line. However, he decides to hold back at the moment, waits for Blink to go again with the cooldown timer, and then runs back home like a wee little piggy.
Incog a little bit oversaturated in his main here, just slightly, but he has thrown down his expansion, so he will be pretty ready to transfer quite a few probes to that. In the meantime, we do have Command Center going down for Voices as well, as we have a third Rax going, a third Rax, so we're going to be seeing pretty heavy M&M play.
Oh, no, I don't believe this. As incog was walking back the Stalkers just there, and it's just a thing of timing, like there's nothing he could have done about it, he wouldn't have known. But the factory was flying over. He could have taken out that factory really easily before it spotted that natural expansion. But unfortunately, he just missed out on seeing it by a couple of pixels. And he's actually going to let that factory get away, which is an interesting decision. I'm not sure why he's letting it get away, because if you do destroy a factory, it can stop future production of starports, and obviously if you want to get like a factory later on, he's going to have to make one from scratch.
Yeah, so we do have Voices pushing out here. I think this is the perfect time for him to go out. Like we were saying, he's very good on his timings. There's Blink Stalkers, but Blink Stalkers just get destroyed versus M&M balls. But his Twilight Templar Archives is going to finish probably not in time for Storm though, so this is the perfect time for Voices to get in there and just get as much damage done as possible, because even one Storm can cut his army's effectiveness in half.
So the Storm hasn't even been researched yet, unfortunately.
Oh no,
I don't know
this is
why
not
that is.
the thing.
He's got enough gas on it.
This is not the thing you want to be doing, Voices. Oh my god. Incog does have a Stalker over near these rocks, but Voice is wasting valuable time. The Storm is about 90 seconds away. If he can't take down these rocks and snipe that expansion before that Storm finishes, it's going to be very, very hard for him to do so. The Medivacs at the front taking a couple of shots from the Stalkers. Incog bringing his units down the back. We do have enough energy for 2 force fields, so he's probably going to be able to hold that off. But really, if he stems without Storm, this could be dangerous.
Yeah, and we've got Storms being chrono boosted at the moment, and it's still
and
got...
there's the stem. Bam, there's the stem.
Oh,
Snipes the
wow.
Templar as the
they shot
Medivacs come
Templar.
in. See, this is what I'm saying. They just drop
That was
so
Templar.
quickly.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
feedback on the dropship there, but unfortunately, stemmed Marines Marauders just destroy everything.
Okay.
And
There
good
we
game.
go.
So, nice timing by Voices for that.
Fantastic timing. I mean, if Storm was researched then, it would have been a completely different story.